Hi there, this is Krina Panchal and welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm an artist and I create artsy content on YouTube and try to inspire other people to be more creative. And if that interests you, do subscribe to my channel and stick around. And you can also follow me on Instagram because I'm mostly active on it. So yeah, let's start this video. A few weeks back, I did a little Q&A on Instagram and asked you guys that if you guys have any art related questions, so let me know. And I received a lot of questions regarding that, and I tried to answer most of them over Insta story, but then I realized that there are so many questions that I would rather answer in a deeper way so you can understand it in a much better way. So that's what we are gonna do. Okay, so I've got all the questions on my iPad and I'm going to answer all of them one by one. So let's start. Okay, so let's start from the first question. Okay, just curious, what did you study in your graduation? And your paintings are so beautiful, love them. Okay, so firstly, thank you so much. And I get asked this question a lot, but I'll tell you, I have not studied fine arts, but I have done my bachelor's in textile and apparel design. So I've studied fashion design. Okay, so the reason I got into fashion is because of my mom. She's a professor in fashion design, and growing up I loved painting, and I used to go with her in her classes and all, and I see students making all these beautiful fashion illustrations, and I was in love with that. I'll just take up some sheets and maybe draw on a board and all that, and from that time I was so obsessed with making these beautiful fashion illustrations, making these dreamy dresses and all that. So yeah, that was the reason I got into fashion. But later on I realized that it was not just making this beautiful dresses. Like in the sketches, you actually have to make it, and that's where I struggled a lot. So yeah, if you're good in sketching, that does not mean you should pursue fashion design. So yeah, these two are completely different things, but eventually I survived, so I'm good there. Okay, so moving on to second question, how to become artist like you? You are really amazing. I don't know how to answer this, but okay, so suppose you are a beginner. I would like to give you a piece of advice that if you have some talent and you know how to monetize it, you are set. You can follow your dream. You can definitely do what you love. Okay, and if we talk about how to improve your art, the one thing I always remember is I'm always a learner. I never call myself as a professional artist. I always treat myself as a learner, because that way you're always going to keep improving, keep learning new things. And no matter what, how long your art blocks are, no matter how terrible your artwork looks like at this point, if you keep practicing it, you're going to get better at it. There's no shortcut for this, because you just have to keep on practicing it and you will get better at this. Okay, so do you teach online? At the moment, I'm not teaching online. I'm just doing this on YouTube, sharing tutorials on painting, and I'm trying to give advice on like how you can improve. But definitely doing workshops and all, I have in my mind. I really want to do those workshops online, so a lot of people can join from different cities, and it's much more affordable to do. So do let me know if you're interested in such online workshop and something that you want me to teach. So yeah, that would be great. Do you sell your paintings, and if so, what are your range and how to place price? Okay, so yes, I sell my artwork and I range between 2000 to maybe like going up to 20-30,000, depends on the size and the amount of work it requires. And how to place price. Okay, this is a question I struggled a lot in the beginning. I would say when I started, it was like I googled a lot that how you actually price your artwork, and there were few things that should focus on, like your canvas, your colors, and all that stuff. How much did that cost you? Then see like how big your canvas is and how much detail it will require, and see the amount of time it will take for you to finish that artwork, and that way you can price your artwork. Okay, so this is a very basic thing that you're going to hear everywhere, but no one talks about this awkwardness, this nervousness you have while giving your price. I don't know about you, but I used to feel that a lot in the beginning. When someone asks me that what are the prices, I will get really awkward in that time, because there are like so many thoughts going on in my head that I don't want to charge too much, I don't want to charge too less, and all that kind of stuff, because I was not that confident about it, because I didn't have that much of experience that I can just tell you that it took me this amount of time and it takes this much of effort. That's why I'm charging this much, right? At that time, you don't have it, and you're not so confident about it. That's why you cannot just boldly give your prices to the client. But when you have this experience, when you keep on making art, that time you realize that, okay, this is the amount of time it requires me, this is the effort I'm putting in, so I deserve what I'm asking for. And that's how you gain that kind of confidence to ask for what you deserve. Okay, moving on. How do you manage creating such a beautiful artwork along with other work as this need peace of mind? Yeah, true. I totally believe that this definitely needs peace of mind, because when I'm going through something mentally, I cannot even pick up my paintbrush. I struggle a lot at that time. So that's why it's really important for me to take care of my body, take care of my mind, what I'm putting in my mind. It's really important to keep my mind in a very good, happy, positive state, because it's the only way I can work nicely. So there are a few things that I do. Try to have a very healthy lifestyle. I work out, I do yoga, I do meditation, I do journaling, I eat 90% of the time. I try to eat very healthy food and all. And there is another thing that I have also shared on my YouTube, that I kind of love this crime documentary. I cannot lie that I love watching crime documentaries. I know this is complete different personality but yeah, I do. I really like to listen to that sometimes. But there's a point I have to understand that, after a certain point, it starts to play with my brain, and that is not good. So that point, I'll just stop it, and I'll just try to listen to something motivational or something positive, because I know this is going to be really bad for my brain. So I just stop that. You need to have that awareness that what you're putting in your mind, that is going to affect you in a lot of different ways. So before listening or watching anything, just know this thing, because that's going to affect in your work as well. Show us how you shoot and some behind the scene. Also, where do you buy your art supplies? Okay, so this is a little behind the scene. This is my desk. It's near the window, so I have like a good daylight and I can shoot really nicely. This is a small tripod that I have. It's very cheap actually, and you can have it on table like this, and I can have my phone here, and you can also increase this like this. Bigger stand, which is this one. This is a little expensive though, but this works great even for phone and for my camera. I can actually close all these, and it's very compact, so I can carry it anywhere I want. So talking about my art supplies, I really love Sky Blue stationery and I love Itsy Bitsy. Personally, I love Itsy Bitsy because of their brushes. I just bought them once, and you will feel the quality. You will feel it. They're not expensive, but they work so well. I really love them, and I'm definitely going to get them again. These both stationeries I'm mentioning, they are like online, so you can access from any city you are in. And there are few other stationery shops that are near me that I personally like to go and buy lots of unnecessary stuff from there. Okay, so next, have you done any courses or learned it by yourself? Okay, I have not done any courses. As I've mentioned, I haven't done fine arts or anything like that. I've just learned it by myself through watching lots of YouTube videos, and yeah, mostly YouTube videos, because they help me a lot in improving my artwork. I used to watch a lot of different artists. Whether it's watercolor, figures, faces, and acrylic paintings. I've learned so much through YouTube. Okay, so there was one time that I actually went to some classes. I remember it was one summer. My parents put me in one classes, and there were like two sisters who were teaching how to paint, and that was near my house, and they were teaching in their house, and there were a lot of kids coming there, and but honestly I did not enjoy that. That was very dreadful for me, because it was, firstly, there were a lot of people, it was so cramped, and they were just teaching me how to do crayons for 5 days. So after that I stopped going there, and I just learned it on YouTube. YouTube is like my teacher in that area. Next question, how do you come up with what do you want to paint? Okay, so my artwork reflects my personality. I'm a person who loves to romanticize my life. You can see my Insta page. It's very, I feel it's very aesthetic. So that's what I love. And when I'm creating any artwork, I just love to be in that zone, be in that place. Like I'm reading somewhere, I'm having a cup of tea in a beautiful park, or having a good time on beach. And I think these all things are like very personal to me. These all things I would love to experience, and that just makes me so much happy. Whenever I'm creating any artwork, I just try to have a little story behind it. Like I'll try that every artwork have some live moments going on. Like every corner has some kind of a little story going on, and I think this makes me I think that's why a lot of people are connecting with my art, and that's what I really love. So usually I just go on Pinterest sometimes, and find different elements that I would love to have in my artwork. Then I'll just create a mood board with that, and try to incorporate a lot of different things from here and there, and try to create a beautiful picture that tells a story. So yeah, that's how I come up with the artwork. Did you get income from Insta, and how much? Okay, so as far as I know, that Instagram does not directly pay you, like they don't have a creator fund. But yes, of course, they have this subscription thing for creators who have have 10,000 followers. You are eligible to apply for that. You can have certain things that you offer in your subscription. You can also manage like how much you want to charge, and people can join that, and that's how Instagram pay you for your subscription, right? And the main thing that people make money on Instagram is through collaborations. That is not from Instagram, but that is from the brand that you get paid. Are you a full-time artist? Yes, I'm a full-time artist. I'm a surface pattern designer, YouTuber, I guess, and content creator. So yeah, that's my work evolve around art. Okay. What varnish would you suggest? Any brands finish you prefer? Okay, so I am currently using three different brands. First one is this. You can find any different brands who have this kind of spray varnish. Honestly, I would not recommend this kind of varnish if you have some breathing issue, because I do have that kind of a thing. I cannot tolerate such strong scents because I'll start sneezing. I have like strong allergy. So if you're using this, just make sure you're wearing a mask and you use this in an open place, so all that smell does not get in your house or anyone is not affected by that. If my father sees me using this, he's gonna throw it away. So, yeah, just be careful with that. Next, we have this Bristow Professional High Gloss Varnish. This is good. This is good. This is not even that much expensive, I guess. This is like $5.49. This is in India. You can definitely find this one. And if you want to go a little higher, you can definitely go for this Liquitex. This is also really great one. I would prefer this one. Yeah, of course, this is actually 1400 rupees. If you want to have even more better quality, then definitely go for the Liquitex. Okay, next question is, please share a guide of how one can learn to paint. Okay, so this is a question that I get a lot on my DMs from kids starting out, starting their art page, and they wanna, learn how to paint and all that stuff. And they ask me this question a lot, but I really wanna answer here that there's one thing, that is observation power. It's so much important, because when you see your surroundings, you can see perspectives, shadows, you see lightings, you see proportions. These are things so much important when you are creating artwork, when you're creating something out of your imagination. When you're even when you're looking at just enjoying beautiful sunset, just see how beautifully lights transform, like beautiful color shades from blue to orange, then whitish, then yellow, then blue, then at the end it just goes purple. And it's so beautiful. We have to learn all that things by ourselves. Okay, now let's talk about a little guide on like how you can actually start painting, how you can actually get into that phase of learning. So first thing is, learning painting, it's very broad. There are like so many different art mediums. You can go for watercolors, acrylic, oil paintings, charcoal, and whatnot. There are like so many different things. So first thing first, try everything. Try every single thing and see what you enjoy the most. Because when you just look someone else doing it, you're like, oh wow, this is so pretty, I can totally do this. But when you are going to do that, you will realize it, how what are the different challenges that you face, and what things you like about this and what things you don't like about it. And then you are going to figure out like what is something that you would like to work on, like whether it's watercolor or acrylic or oil paints, right? When I was starting out, I worked with like so many different art mediums. I also did oil paint. I did oil painting, and I'll tell you, I just made one painting, and the whole process was extremely messy. And that was the time I realized oil painting is not for me. That does not work for me, because it does not dry very quickly. I would I would not have this kind of clarity if I did not even try that. So first you need to have a clarity, like what kind of art medium you want to pursue. So try everything, try every single art medium that you can find. I remember trying that resin art. I was like, this is so easy and I can totally do that. And when I did actually try that, I ruined my hair in the process, and it was extremely messy. I had to cut my hair off, like this much chunk I had to cut off, and that was a not good thing. But I would not have realized this if I never tried that. So it's art. It's going to be messy, it's going to be beautiful sometimes, but you just have to try all these different things when you're just beginning. Okay, once you have a little bit idea on like which medium you want to pursue, start creating small artworks in that medium. Like suppose if you love watercolor artwork, go on YouTube and search for watercolor artwork tutorials. You will find like what are the best materials to use for, what are the papers you need, what are the best paints you need to use. You can have all the information, then find that, and just start from small artworks and keep on creating that. You have all the information you require to learn anything. It's everything on internet, so you can learn anything. Okay, next thing is, when you're just learning something by yourself, you will require someone to guide you. You will require someone who can see your work and tell you where you're lacking, right? So maybe you have some people around you who does this. If you want, you can share your artwork with me also. If that's in my expertise, I will definitely love to guide you in that. And that's how you can actually get out of some art blocks that you have, or some confusion that you have, that if you're stuck somewhere, I can totally help you with that. So go ahead and send your artwork with me and I would love to help you out with that. For me, I don't have any mentors as such, but my dad is like, he really likes sketching and all. He does not do it at the moment, but he was really good at sketching and all when he was in the school. So whenever I'm sketching, he'll be like watching me, like seeing where I lack. He will get all the tiny wrong things that are going on, and he'll be pointing out, this is not done, this is not good, this does not match, and all that kind of stuff. Even today when I was painting, he came and he was like, Krina, this eyes does not look good, you should change that. I was like, okay, I haven't even finished it yet, let me finish it, then give me any suggestions. So yeah, sometimes a little annoying, but I'm totally blessed that I have my dad who really pays so much attention, who have this kind of interest. So I don't have to find that kind of guidance anywhere else. So yeah, I'm really blessed in that area. Next question: which acrylic are better, Camel or Montmartre? I do not use Montmartre at all. I use Camlin and Liquitex. These are the two brands I use all the time. Don't ask me why, because I've started with Camlin, and whenever I visit any stationeries, I will find huge racks. I find lots of different shades of Camlins. So my first preference has always been Camlin, and they work pretty great. So I never thought of changing it. But when it comes to Liquitex, there are certain shades that I am obsessed with, which I could not find in Camel. This one is rose pink, which I cannot find in Camlin. If you do, let me know what's the reason. I don't know, but It's not about the quality, but I would say it's more of like the shades I could not find in certain brands, so I will go in other brands. But I really want to do experiment with like different kind of different brands and see which actually works better. To be honest, I haven't experimented much in that area. I really liked Camlin, so I'm just sticking with that. But now I feel I should try and see what difference I can feel in different brands.
Any difficult things, challenges for you in art, if any? Yes, definitely. The most challenging thing for me is to create faces, especially in acrylic paintings, and when they are like huge faces. Yeah, this is the thing that that is very challenging for me even now, because I do not focus too much on creating portraits and all that stuff, because I'm not so much of a, that's not very enjoyable for me, so I am not even that focusing on that much. Can you suggest best sketchbook for acrylic? I would suggest that if you're using acrylic, then definitely go for canvas, and if you're a beginner, then go for a canvas sheet instead of canvas board, because if you get this book of canvas sheet, it's very inexpensive. So if you're just a beginner, then just go and use that one. Acrylic paints dry too fast, what to do? Especially in the summertime, acrylic tends to dry really fast. If you're working in the monsoon time, it's really great, because that time your color will not dry that easily, because the moisture in the air will help you to keep them wet for a very longer period of time. Thing I use is this retarder. It's from Camel, and you can use this thing with your colors. It's very transparent. Okay, sorry, I have some color in this, but it's very transparent thing, and you can just take a little bit on your brush and just mix it with your colors, and it will not change anything in that, but it will just increase the drying time. So this is a great thing if you're painting in summertime. Can you recommend few YouTube channels to learn painting? Okay, sure, definitely. There are a lot of different YouTube channels that I've watched and learned. So I'm going to link all of these in the description, so just go ahead and check that. How did you start your collaboration journey? Like, how did you get your first collab? Okay, this is a very interesting story. So I usually work from my home, and at a point I was like really tired, and I really wanted to get out of my house and go out and do some sketching. So I went with my sister. We went to a cute cafe, and we were having food, and we were sketching at the same time. I was also shooting for my reel, and surprisingly that day there was a marketing person who was working for that cafe. She was there at that time, and she took few shots of me painting, and yeah, that's how we got connected. And I posted that reel on my Insta page, and I also tagged them. And then that day she reached out to me and asked me like if I'll be interested in collaborating with a bakery to create a reel where I'll be going to that cute bakery for my sketchbook date kind of a thing. And honestly, that's when my collaboration journey started with cafes. So yeah, that was very okay. So we are at our very last question. It's how to engage your followers on Instagram, and how you can actually earn money from Instagram, and how you can grow. Okay, so first of all, I do not have huge following on Instagram yet, but I have seen drastic growth in my Insta in last few weeks, because I remember I was kind of stuck with like 6,000 followers on Instagram at one point. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, I started getting so many followers at once, and right now I'm like 16,000. So I was just getting around 100 to 170 followers a day. So I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good growth. And if I'm keeping what I'm doing right now, I can see I'll be growing very soon. There are few things that I'll make very clear, that if you're seeing these kind of reels, that change these kind of settings before you post your story or maybe your reel and all that stuff. I'm done with all that stuff, because none of that actually works. None of that works. Honestly, the only thing worked for me is improving my content quality, because quality is the most important thing on Instagram. If you're putting on quality content, it's going to be worth it. Just imagine you're putting a lot of effort in creating a one reel, you're posting it. Maybe at a first glance, it's not getting that much of reach, but when you're constantly putting good quality content on Instagram, when people find your account and they see this constant good quality content, they are going to follow you. But if they just see like there's one good quality content, but the rest of them are not that great, so there are very less chances they are going to follow you. Consistency and good quality matters a lot. So that's what I've learned from my past few weeks. And yes, one more thing, it's not really necessary that you have to post every single day, because there are times where I haven't post like 10 days, and then I posted a good quality reel, and that reel reached almost 700k k views. So I really do not think it's so much important to like post every single day. Maybe you can do like 3 to 4 days a week, but put out good quality content. That's for sure going to matters a lot in a longer term. And if you are just a beginner, just starting out your Insta account, there are few things just keep in mind. That first thing, while you're shooting, use a steady tripod. Do not add filters in your artwork. It does not look good. Use natural light. I still remember when I was in the old house, I used to drag my whole desk near window to shoot, because I was not getting good light in my desk area. So try to make sure that you have good natural light. That will work great. And it's okay if you don't have like iPhone or good quality camera. For the longest time I didn't have that, so I was just trying to shoot in a good lighting, so that will be great. These are very few things, that these are very basic things that you have to keep in mind. And when you take care of all that, next thing will be, try to stand out. Do not just try to follow the random kind of trends. Try to I have never followed any kind of trends, honestly. I've always tried to do something that I loved, that will make me stand out in the crowd. So yeah, that's the thing that you have to focus on.
So here's a little recommendation for watercolors for beginners. So I have few that I want to show. These both are from Camel, and this is 24 shades and this is 18 shades. So I currently do not use these because I switched to Koi. These colors are really nice and affordable if you're just starting out, but the only downside I feel is when these colors are dried on the paper, the saturation is almost gone. The colors look very fade on paper. That's why I switched to Koi. I really like this brand. Okay, of course these are on the little higher price, but I am soon going to get a bigger one so I can have like more shades of these colors, because they work great. They work great, and after drying, the color stays the same, and the saturation is also great for these colors. Next is my sketchbook suggestion. Like, I'm going to give you some sketchbooks that I've been using for a quite some time. The first one is the Zen Sangam. I was really looking for sketchbooks that are stitched from here, so I can sketch all the way here. But the thing was that I realized after painting, like when I'm painting, I can feel that at some points my colors were not spreading very nicely the way I wanted. Like, if you can see here, it was kind of really blotchy, and I really did not like that. So later on, I kind of switched to this Scholar sketchbook. I am obsessed with the paper because the paper is amazing. I really love when I'm painting, the color flows on the surface so beautifully, and that actually motivates me to paint even more. The only thing I was not liking about the sketchbook is, let me show you. Okay, so this is what I did not like about the sketchbook. I think it's for this page only, but the rest is perfectly fine and intact. But this is the little sad part. But let's see if I can find even better quality. So let's see. Then you have some other Scholar sketchbook. I really like these, but honestly the texture is quite heavy, and I'm not really fan of so much textured paper. So if you want to try, you can definitely go for this 300 GSM paper. Even these sketchbooks also have like 300 GSM watercolor paper, so go ahead and try and see which one you like the most.
Okay, so we have finished all the questions right now, and I still can't believe that I spoke so much today. It's like my whole week capacity of speaking. So thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for being part of my art journey. It means a lot. If you're reaching out to me, I'll love to help you guys out, and I'll try my best to help you. Anyways, thank you so much guys for watching this video till the end. I really appreciate it. So I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, and keep creating.